Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As you already know, I am George Unibi. And this morning, I want us to look at the message I simply titled, Nigeria is fighting to survive, fighting for survival from the cartel, the cabals. And of course, I'm going to use the Igbo Coup to cite an example. If you are a Nigerian, whether you are at home or abroad, as far as you are mature enough to understand the process we have been through as a nation from inception, the better for you. Because these criminal-minded individuals are out there again, beating the same drum of war. Just unfortunate that they cannot change the tactics this time around, because we already know how they function. They are all predictable, and honestly, it is pathetic. Nigeria has been a country that is fighting to survive, survival from the cartel. If you look closely, there are some people who are jumping up and down, forcing you to become Igbo. I'm talking about the Igbo unity beggars. Everybody is Igbo. Everybody is Biafra, by way of extension. And most of you would not know why we are violently resisting that move, frowning at it at every level, totally disassociating from it. And of course, out of your ignorance, you could feel it is hatred that drives us, but it's okay. Let us save you and your next generation first. Because these are the same work of the manipulators. And somebody wakes up one day, Ikure must be Igbo, everybody must be Biafra, Asia must be Biafra. And they are not just saying it. They have interior motive. They have agenda that will benefit them, which you will never benefit from. You will only be used. And that is why they call you minority of Nigeria. The people of South region, the people of Middle Belt, and every other supposed minority in the context of this idea called One Nigeria. You must listen up. And so you have a group of people who are telling you by force you must be Igbo. If you are not Igbo, you must be Biafra. And they play this game. They play this game of manipulation, deception. And then you have another group somewhere. They are playing the game of chameleonism. Did you hear that word? Use your sense and get it. Some of them are in, some of them are out. But they are smart. They want to be on both sides. It is unbecoming, honestly, I have to call out this brother, Dele Momodu, who all of a sudden, despite a fellow Yoruba, is a president. He's the one talking down on Nigeria, just like Nnamdi Kanu. But that is the game of chameleonism, I'm telling you. And so when Tinubu failed, some Yoruba will say, we didn't support him. Some Yoruba will say, we support him. Notice two of them, oh. Notice how the Wazobia function, oh. Because this is another new year that we are entering. But none of them is our problem, oh. The problem is that the game they have been playing since 64 years or even before then, it's enough now. And those of you who want to know, no. And those of you who don't want to know because you are too civilized to descend low to this level and expose this, their shenanigan, criminality, hopelessness, continue deceiving yourself. It will dawn on you. You will be in your grave regretting it. And while your children will sort for this opportunity, they will never get it easily. I started with the Igbo, the Bia, according to them. They are by forcing, uniting everybody. And then I come to the Yoruba. Some Yoruba are there telling you, like their champion now is Dele Momodu. No longer FFK. They have to Colombia with the Igbos. On the expense of One Nigeria, the judiciary is bad, the parliamentary is beast, it is a this one, and they will even call Jesus Christ on top. Dele Momodu may ignorantly be playing out or helping to create a platform that will lead us to another phase. But he doesn't know. Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. He's a Yoruba man. Dele Momodu is a Yoruba. Why can't he shut up? Why can't he mobilize Yoruba? Let's build one Nigeria. He's now crying for Igbo people. But we know the game. Then on the other side, you have the Hausa people. They are now crying over the tax reform bill. Tinubu will not go there in 2027 because Hausa have the population. They will remove him. He must be removed. And why they are doing that? They are dragging Wike forth and back. They are dragging David Umahi forth and back. Go and look at Igbo Biafra people. They have said that David Umahi betrayed Ndi Igbo. And if you are Igbo man, listen to me. I've been with David Umahi in many instances. He's a civil engineer. We worked in indigenous construction company here in Port Harcourt at different level. And as IPOB member, I've been with all of them. And I know their position. They hate criminality, not as if they are saints. They hate when fellow brother is selling fellow brother because of money. But then now they cannot turn rogue. David Umahi said they are not Biafra. Ebonyi State is not Biafra. But I know there are many Ebonyi people that will come and say, yeah, idiot, he don't have sense. You are part in the Igbo. If you are Ebonyi and you take your Igbo, may the Lord have mercy upon you. You are just a slave under Igbo people. Know it and have peace. Maybe there is something they are looking for David Umahi has not given to them. So IPOB, Biafra, Igbo people, they have tagged him. They're going to destroy him. But then, these two persons I just mentioned remain the backbone defending President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. So it is to be expected. In my last broadcast, I reminded us what El-Rufai did in Abuja. He was demolishing the house of non-Hausa. Let's take it that way. Nobody cried hell out of it. Wike is just trying to recover Nigeria from self-destruction. Now everybody is crying. The criminals are crying. But when you are confronted, issues should be reviewed. He's the minister, allow him to do his job. But you're going to call him out because he's the last line of defense for President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. And David Umahi, on the other hand, is doing like that. And of course, Shetima, being the vice president, is in support of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. And honestly, we have not enjoyed a little bit of what governance used to be. I could practically say that the government of Muhammadu Buhari is more, it's less harsh to the society than that of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. But as far as I can see, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu have to hold the bull by the horn. He has to fight the demons and everything, maybe in an attempt to salvage Nigerian from self-destruction. And if that is what he has in mind, our prayers are with him. But if he's going to play us like some of the footballers who has been there in the guise of political leaders, karma will catch up with all of them. And so these three Wazobia at the cartel, the war has started already. And Tinubu is an individual. He cannot win it all. He's going to offend some Yoruba people. He's going to offend some Igbo people. He's going to offend some Hausa people. And whether he offend minority is irrelevant. And once these three groups are able to align, they will deal with him. But I know he knows what is there. However it ends, the outcome should not bother you, fellow Nigerians. But know how they function. Just know how they function. So the moment you see them, you have known where they are coming from. You will know where they are going to. You go and wait them there. Let me digress. That is why when we were doing Biafra agitation, we started seeing body languages that are alien to what we said we were going to do. We started asking questions. We knew how it was going to end. That Biafra is a curse name. In my next broadcast, I will tell you the power of name. I will do that in my next broadcast. That Biafra is cursed, dead, buried forever. You want to destroy your people, call Biafra. Because the crime and innocent blood from foes and friends alike in the name of Biafra, the widows and the orphans, the widowers, all scattered because of Biafra. Nobody talking of Biafra will ever have peace. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Karma will catch up with them. The atrocity under that, guys, is so much. And so we know where they were going to end. We waited for them. They thought they were very powerful. They thought they were all-knowing. Very intelligent set of people, rich people, most educated tribes in the world, and all of them. Look at how stupid they have become. And they are just warming up. Their stupidity and hopelessness has not even started. Now they are ashamed. Simon Ekpa is not the problem. Nobody is sponsoring kidnapping again. So Nigerian supposedly security terrorist group are now disturbing Igbo again. Why are no kidnap on our people now? I was listening to the news to see news of kidnapper, Igbo kidnap Igbo kidnap Igbo, and your celebrated and supposed elder will come and blame it on Nigeria. We shall know who is this Nigeria in the nearest future. So I'm telling fellow Nigerians, so you will be able to know where they are coming from and where they are heading to. With this mindset, we should not expect the Nigeria of our dream very soon. But like you all know, everything big starts small, and the journey of 100 kilometers starts with a step, and that journey has already begun. Don't be left out. Now, I am citing the Igbo Coup as a reference point to this very discussion, so that you know how the cabals, they work. There are three major reasons why that coup was tagged Igbo Coup. Igbo people are still denying it today. That is when the foundation of this criminality in the pavilion of power in Nigeria was initiated. The real people who carried out this coup are never known till today. They will tell you Chukwuma Nzogo was the group leader. But then Chukwuma Nzogo was in Kaduna. And Lagos State was the seat of capital, seat of power. And so how could he overthrow Nigeria outside the capital? How possible was it to be the leader? They would have told us that he is in Lagos. That would have made sense. But he's used like most of you are being used. And so, Chukwuma Nzogo is from minority, Midwestern region. Let us assume he led the coup. Igbo people did not know anything about the coup because their children, I saw one Igbo elderly man that was saying that the Igbo coup was actually organized by the Yorubas, not Igbo. And the man was vigorously telling these lies. And I was like, wow. When there is too much sand in the soup of a blind person, the blind person will know. And so none of you have any lie to lie again. If we keep you quiet, that is because we are waiting for you to come out very clearly so that we put you where you belong to. We talk and people listen. When we talk, they pretend, but they listen. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was interviewed. Instead of them to focus on how the Nigeria will be fine, the journalist, it should be Ruben Abati. He was now asking him about Wike. Don't you think Wike will become a liability to your government? Oh, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, I now love you the more. He smiled and said, Wike is a good man. Wike is a good man. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, I'm proud of you. Makenonya money he be money. Apo YG. Wike know what they know. So he's a bad man. Ask criminal-minded Igbo people. I am a bad man. And I love it, being bad. Because I will expose you. And so, at the end of the day, it's minority that pulled the shot. They call Igbo Coup. They lied against Igbo. They would have said it's Niger Delta coup. They would have said it's Anyoma coup. They would have said it's South coup. They would have said it's Midwestern region coup. They would have said it's Bender State coup. But yet, people who could visage and read the mind of many knew it was Igbo coup. Based on three things. Igbo man was telling fellow Igbo, you can't accept it. We have kept quiet too long. Yoruba, the one that orchestrated the coup. Now they call it Igbo coup. And now begin to mention name and name. But let me give you three reasons. And then create a scenario how they function. And so nobody really know who. But if you look at the relationship between the major key players in this coup, you will know who sent them. There is a guy known as Ifajuna Emmanuel. An unusual black man. A sportman. When we were in school, it was his picture they used to put in our exercise book. I never knew that was a Fajuna. We were still very small. Somebody who won several gold medals and one Olympic. And that was when he met Ojukwu. Everybody should be proud of him. It was Ojukwu that engineered him to join army. They thought Nigerian military would need people like that. And so his godfather in the army is Ojukwu. And Ifajuna is a strong influencer of the supposed Igbo Coup. And Ojukwu don't know. Ojukwu is innocent. And his godson, which he later killed, his godson, he later killed, he Ojukwu later executed. Is it to cover his track? Today they come out and tell you that Chukwuma Nzogo. Then the next person they call is Emmanuel Ifajuna. That they are the cause of Igbo problem. They cause the Igbo Coup. Let us continue. You already know it, but there are areas you are not looking at. We will continue to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until it sinks into your head. We will send this message to every search engine. Our message will be there. And then at the end of the day, the stroke. Now understand, based on where your information is coming, we may not be accurate in figure we give. But through the information at my disposal, the Wazobia had the following number as representing Nigeria in the federal seat. The Hausa have only 10. Only 10 Hausa in the federal, despite the fact that the Prime Minister of Nigeria was Hausa man. That is why I made this post yesterday, and I said one of the greatest leaders Nigeria has ever had. That man in your 5 naira note, maybe the government should begin to think of how to create 2,000 notes and put that man. I'm talking about Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. He was the president, the prime minister rather, who is more powerful than the ceremonial president, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. And we will say or agree that he felt the Igbos may be in position to handle the affair more than other tribes. So when he chose only 10 Hausa people, 10 of his own people, to work with him on that federal level, he chose 40 Igbo. Take note of my record. If there is any difference in figure, it may not be different of 2 or 3. This same Tafawa Balewa went to Yoruba and chose only 8. 10, 40, 8, giving Igbo people the privilege. This would have settled this greediness that is still worrying some of them. This would have made them to calm down and know that, yes, Nigerians truly love you guys. Nigerians truly need you guys. A very simple man. That man, Tafawa Balewa, would have been a multi-millionaire. I'm sure he didn't have. In fact, we went on tour to see his house. We saw his boss he was using as a president. We saw his house. His house where he was killed is still intact like that. We went to see it. We saw everything. His clothes, where he prayed, where he was shot, we saw them. He would have stolen money. But yeah, they accuse him of corruption. And now, the Igbos actually has no reason to pull the shot. But you see, these Igbo people who say they come from Israel, they want it all. Let me digress a little bit, because they will learn. It's their choice how they learn. Let me digress further. I was coming back on a public transport recently, and the driver was playing a particular music. It's by one Igbo boy, and the music was sing in Igbo language. By every means necessary, we will make money. He was speaking it in Igbo. By every means necessary, we will make money. If it's matter of carrying gun, we will carry gun. If it's matter of carrying cutlass, we will carry cutlass. If it's matter of carrying okite, we will carry okite. He was just mentioning different dubious means to make money. And I watched the driver, who is an Igbo man. He was doing hip-hop, the thing was entering him. And I shook my head. That is their problem. They don't care how they make money. Their own is that they must make the money. And now they don't use money. Money use them. Unlike poor people like us, we use money. Money don't use us. Sooner than later, you will understand the difference. Your money is the one using you, and we are the one using your money. Forget about who owns it. Who is actually the master of the money? So when you allow money to use you, you get your money through pushing drug, through oloshorism. You know what is oloshorism now? Through dubious means. human trafficking, child trafficking, organ trafficking, drug trafficking. Money is the one using you because you will die for nothing. But when you work hard, the little you have, you use it. You are the real master of the money. Get this and stop your greediness because it is getting on everybody's nerves. The Igbos would have been satisfied and said, okay, we have more of our people there. I need you to listen to my story because they already know. But trying to change the narrative under our watch is impossible. It can never happen. And then all of a sudden, these people, Yoruba, were there. Middle Belt was there. Midwestern region was there. Then one Hausa or so was there. And then the rest are Igbo. They struck. They struck. A Yoruba man wrote, why we struck? Why did you strike? I hope you people are still preparing to strike. Now, after the strike, they went back to the 10 Hausa representative. They killed all of them. I have said it in many broadcasts. They killed all of them. Some of them, even with their pregnant wife. Nobody said it was Igbo Coup. I want to give you 3 reasons why it is stabbed Igbo Coup. Tell you how they meander. That is exactly the same way they are meandering. Hausa now, Igbo are throwing corn for Hausa. Hausa is trying to see how to align with Igbo. Hausa, you will receive your woto. Be doing it. You are fighting Tinubu. Be doing it. The same way you were fighting Awolowo. They were fighting Awolowo. Nnamdi Azikiwe was fighting Awolowo. And he was romancing Hausa. But I'm sure you have learned from that betrayal and understand that once beaten, twice shy. All the Hausa, they killed all of them. And then they turned to the Yoruba. Hausa was 10 in number. 10 of them went down, including some of their wives and their pregnant, unborn child. Nobody said it was Igbo Coup. They now moved to Yoruba. They struck. About 3 of them were killed, and the remaining 5 ran away. Go and ask General Gundikwe. The remaining 5 on their heels. Nobody said it was Igbo Coup. Because they thought it's Nigerian thing. We need to sort it out. But then the 40, is it 40 or 48? Like I said, I could be wrong in the figures. But get the differences, the ratio differences between them. The ones representing the Igbo, none of them. But for record purposes, the man that was in charge of armory in Lagos State then is an Igbo man who did not agree with them. And he was killed by a Yoruba man for not giving them access to the armory. That is the only Igbo man that died. So if I say no Igbo man died, sometimes it's not truth in totality. But he died because he was not informed. They didn't know they will go there, and they never knew he will resist them. That is why I tell the few good Igbo people, if you don't save yourself, may the Lord be with you. I think Ifajona is a bad person. I think Asekokpabi is a bad person. The people who against all odds want to save you, they are bad people. Don't worry. The one you did before, Ozeme Koze, Ozeme Zena, another one will not happen under our watch. Be playing the game, be farming, be beating the drum of war. The way it will come for all of you. You are not ready. We are South, we are minority, we are useless people, but we are already giving induction to our people. The same way you do to your people, the same way you lie to your people, you indoctrinate them. We are doing the same thing already for your own good notice anyway. And so they didn't kill any Igbo. Nobody said it's Igbo Coup. And now the remaining people in authority rally around themselves to re-governize the process so the nation will not plunge into war. Yoruba came out, Hausa came out, Igbo came out, as always. Onye ga-abụ isi oche gwongwongwam. Ọkwa ya? Ọwụ ndị Igbo ga-abụ ndị isi oche. And then have General Aguirre, he popped up. Now we're going to bring Nigeria in order. Let us put it here in order. And then, in order. All the people that committed that heinous crime, they put them under house arrest. Lock them inside one hotel. Give them girlfriend. Pay them better salary. They claim they are detained, but they are servicing their salary. They are living large, all of them. Hausa were waiting for justice. Yoruba were waiting for justice. Igbo can't ask for justice because none of them was killed. Or let's say the guy in charge of Amori was waiting for justice. He didn't stop there. Yoruba began to ask Aguirunsi, this thing, go for consultation. Call the Hausa leaders. These people killed Amadu Bello, Saduana of Sokoto. These people, you cannot keep quiet. If you know how Hausa people like that Amadu Bello, unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I know he liberated the ones that are liberated till today. Igbo man did not do anything. Igbo man focused on restructuring Nigeria. Igbo man configured Nigeria that we are enjoying today. Our one Nigeria, one unity, almighty, undivided one Nigeria. The same mistake Igbo people make. That is what they are still trying to make when they're telling you, oh, add Anyama to Southeast. You will wish you never did that. And I know if Aguirre Thomas Omonakwe know this is how it will end for Igbo people, he will not have done that. I think I also now want to fight Tinubu. Why are you doing tax reformation B? Because it's taking everybody back to where they belong. Now they have tested the Adam's apple. It got to be that way. The apple the Igbo man planted, but they didn't allow him to harvest it, not to talk of eating it. Hausa man tested it. And so when I look at some of the Hausa people now coming to tell you, we will remove Tinubu, we will do this, we will do this, now that thing will not they chop for them. I bring a problem. It's not terrorism. It's not the hardship of the people. It is the greed that engulfs the mind of most of you who call yourself political elite. What a shame. Honestly, what a shame. If we have to operate a country where everybody is fair, we should strive to develop initiatives, empower people to become greater than themselves, give everybody every necessary support, and then all of us can turn back and carry the weak along. Because nobody is weak in the end. It's just a matter of application of knowledge. And when the weak man has the true knowledge, they can be more powerful even than the strongest man of all. After all, did they not say that the pen is mightier than the sword? Ironically, that is the truth in a modern day war. Because there were times where sword could bring down nations. But then we emerge to an area where single signature can destroy a whole nation. Just single endorsement. And those you think they are weak, if you see what God has planted in them for allowing them to be weak, and that is so that they will not become destruction, danger to themselves and those around them. And so somewhere along the line, he gives them a loophole. He weakens them a little bit so that their power will not get into their head. Did you not read Apostle Paul? Having been endowed with a lot of anointing, but yet God left the spirit from Satan to be tormenting him. And in one of his confessions, he said, there is this spirit of demon from God that constantly torment me. And God refused to deliver me from this spirit of Satan. But each time I beg God to help me, God will say, my grace is sufficient for you. Whatever that affliction of the soul was to Paul, God kept it there to keep Paul under submission, to humble him. And so you are not God. These are the things we're supposed to be fighting to build as a nation. But they are still repeating the same Igbo Coup, but in a different guise, in a different pattern. And so all of a sudden, nobody call it Igbo Coup. We now discover that the beneficiaries of the killing of Nigerian political leaders were Igbo people. So suspicion began. Suspicion started. It is like when we were in IPOB. Once there is money, Nnamdi Kanu will move me, put Igbo man. Once money is coming everywhere, they will move me, put Igbo man. I got to a stage, everybody want to see me. Everybody want to see me. Nnamdi Kanu gave law forbidding me, George Onyibe, not to go to any meeting without taking permission from Ikechukwu Guoha, the one they murdered. And most of you don't know. But I never complained. When I was looking at them, that's what people will call, want to see you. I say, go and take permission from Ikechukwu. But I'm the almighty African rep. Criminals. Let me just stop there. So many things. Little wonder. When they invaded Midwestern region, they put Igbo people on top of our land. They didn't see our people to make leaders. No, they put Igbo people on top of our head. When it is money, they are relevant. But when it is to die, they look for who to use. So I will say people, all this music Igbo people are playing, you are looking for Igbo support to help you fight Tinubu. You people, it's two ways. Since you control the gun, you may have to kill so many minority this time around. But if it is the unity of one Nigeria we are fighting for, read the body language and understand it will not all go well. If you people are able to remove Tinubu, something will still happen that will cripple you people. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. Let's leave it at that. Coming back to where we were. And so when Igbos are the beneficiaries of the coup, they now say, come to think about it, you have more Igbo people who participated in this coup, number one. So it look like it's Igbo coup. Number two, Igbos are the beneficiaries of this heinous crime against Nigerians. It look like it's Igbo people. And number three, Igbo people did not kill their political elite. They kill Yoruba and Hausa. These three reasons is why they call it Igbo coup. Igbo come and deny it. And then Hausa said no. The Yorubas they don't know what to do anyway. Because some of them were still harboring Igbo people like Agu Yoronsi. They kept quiet. Hausa said no. All our political elite are gone. All of them are gone. And then there was a counter coup. Hausa descended on Igbo in such a manner that the Igbo did not plan for it. And when they saw dead body of fellow Igbo, because of the greediness of another fellow Igbo, Ojukwu now pretend they don't know. Not Abanenu no, not Abanenu no. Start coming home, they are killing us. You have gone home. Why did you not remain at home? You got home, you reinforce. You now want to go and capture Lagos. That is how the war started. And the same process is what they are deploying. The same game. But what are we supposed to be doing? Hausa people are supposed to be working with Tinubu to solve Nigerian problem. Igbo people are supposed to be working with Tinubu to solve Nigerian problem. Minority like us are supposed to be working with Tinubu to solve Nigerian problem. Why? Is it because Tinubu is almighty? No. Because 2 heads is better than 1. Imagine 5 heads is better than 1. But no. Because it is their money they are looking for. They're going to mesmerize Tinubu. Tinubu has his own agenda, election manifesto, as they call it. But believe me, there are some Hausa people Tinubu still respect. There are a lot of Igbo people Tinubu still respect. And these people can approach him. Because the last time I checked, that man is approachable. Just that he's a no-nonsense man. And vice versa. When Igbo man is there, you help him rescue Nigeria. When Hausa man is there, you help him rescue Nigeria. When the son of nobody is there, you help him rescue Nigeria. Because what is at stake here is the collective interest of Nigeria, not your individual political ambition. It's not at stake. So the same method is being applied before your very eyes. Just that most of you are not sensitive enough to get it. But what goes around comes around. When Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was in power, most of you set up different gang to destroy him. But you destroyed yourself. Buhari was here. Despite his uncountable faults, you people shielded him because he's our man. And Tinubu is here. It's not favoring you as Buhari favor you. You have to destroy Tinubu. We could keep quiet. After all, it is the fight of Wazobia. But we will not keep quiet because we are involved. We are still in Nigeria. We are still Nigerians. We're still buying food very costly. We're still finding it difficult to pay school fees. We have to work our ass up to pay our bills. In the land of plenty, we are suffering. And so we should have a role, a say in what is going on. Only gullible Nigerians at this time, we say, because of the outside, because of the Igbo, it go down on all of us now when the time comes. And so it is the same process. The collective interest of Nigeria is not what they're aiming at. It is just their own political ambition. A country where your fellow countryman will see you as inferior and tell you practically that they are born to rule you. A country where a fellow countryman will tell you that your land belongs to them. A country where you are judged, where do you even come from? We are going to 2025. And the earlier we begin to frown at some of these things, set our priority right, the better for all of us. You see all those games that used to pave way, it won't sell again. South has not even started. Biafra is dead, buried, useless. What are you going to do? If you are not ready to create a country where everybody will have a fair play, irrespective of what the cartels has planned from inception, then divide the country. If Hausa is the almighty, then let Hausa go their way. And if Igbo are the most educated, let Igbo go their way. And if Yoruba is the best, let them go their way and leave us the useless people to be on our own. After all, we were the first to tell you divide Nigeria. You refuse. And then if we must live together as one, let all of us begin to fight. Let all of us begin to project the overall interest of every Nigerian above a particular ethnic group. That is the reason why you must eat gare, akpu, loiloi. You must eat it with soup. Ordinarily, you can take akpu and throw in your mouth and swallow. But the reason they add soup is so that if there is any hold up in your throat, the soup will make the loiloi to drop, the akpu to drop. You must respect the soup in Nigeria. You must respect the akpu. Because in the absence of one, our struggle make us struggle. And that is where we have found ourselves today. And so, fellow Nigerians, my message is simple. And that is, they are working from background. But look at what is their interest. You will know who are the problem of Nigeria. I will stop fighting. Go and romance Yoruba. Peradventure, Tinubu will let you people come back there. Stop fighting the tax reform bill. Because somewhere along the line, it will prevail. How many communities do we have well that will have tied road? How many community? How many community do we have standard health center? But the amount of billion, million moving out from our region shakes the foundation of the world. American eyes on Nigeria. Britain eyes on Nigeria. Arab eye, China eye, Japan eye. Everybody eyes on Nigeria. Because of the resources in our country. And look at us, living in abject poverty. Because we are fighting a sectional fight. The Igbo is desperately trying to destroy Nigeria if they don't rule. The Yoruba must steal their own if it's their turn. And the Hausa must control it all. If you don't give them lion's share, then nothing will work. But for how long are we going to continue like that? How long? And when something goes wrong and they give it a name, they say, oh, they hate us, they're blackmailing us. Just look at me very well. Look at your children. Look at our children. Look at our fathers. Look at everything we have done to ourselves so far. And tell me you are very proud of yourself. And now we are enemy when we don't even know ourselves. A problem on other people orchestrated, use us, dump us, and yet tomorrow morning you go and die for it. Wake up. Nigeria is fighting a war to survive. The cartel. the cabals. Do not aid them. Our interest should be to support the person that is in leadership. And when they are out of office, we now check what they have done and believe the next one will do better. And by the time we begin to remember those who have served this nation well, others will want to be in that light. Come to think about it. Do we celebrate Nigerian heroes and heroines? Let me give you a recap. There is a man called Dele Igiwa. He's from Edo State. He's a journalist like no other. He was killed with lethal bomb. Do you remember him? And yet you want another journalist to come and give you information, and then they will kill him with otapiapia. Do you remember Dele Igiwa? There is a woman known as Dora Akuchinyere, the NAFDAC woman. She swam against the tide to remove fake drug from Igbo people in Nigeria. Many Igbo people knew what killed Dora Akuchinyere. Do Nigeria remember her? And then you want the new NAFDAC chairperson to come and fight so that they will poison her. Do we remember Nigerian heroes? Do we remember people like Isaac Adakaburu? Do we remember people like Ken Saruwiwa? If Ken Saruwiwa was guilty of any crime, why are you people still talking about Oguni cleanup? Because you are guilty as charged. Each time you talk about Oguni cleanup, you should remember Ken Saruwiwa. Good men died. And we flip the page of history as if they never existed. But it is not their death that they died. They died for even 1,000 more Nigerians that are yet to be born. And I tell you once again, my message is simple. The earlier we begin to focus on reality, the better for all of us. When you see Japanese, Chinese, even Americans, when you see some of these countries you call world power, they are not all entirely the same. But they understand that for them to survive as a nation, they must put their differences aside and build a frontier that will protect all of them. In the end, everybody benefits from the system. Have you been to Singapore? Have you been to Malaysia? Did you see how those people systematically design their place, develop their place, irrespective of whose interest is to be protected or whose ought is God's? Are we lesser human than them? And then you're going to have some set of individuals coming to tell you rubbish. Now blow the music. Tinubu is bad. Tinubu is this one. Just because he said let there be a tax reform bill. So he's now bad man. Because you people can't steal as you are stealing. Good luck is a woman. Is a woman. So what is Tinubu? Macho man. Make we use our brain. Oh. Igbo people drop insult here. Oh. Because if you don't drop insult, the broadcast has not completed. So let us pay attention to how they function. And let's not be part of them. This is next year. They are blowing the fan. They will soon begin to contact most of you. Let's do like this. Let's do like that. They will talk jargon on social media. Put them there. How many Hausa people were attacking Buhari when Buhari was in power? How many Hausa? Now Tinubu has been there. Now Hausa, some Hausa. And then the Igbos know that there is little chance for them to get there. And how did Igbo man think he will get there when he agreed with Hausa and Yoruba that Nigeria should be for 3 people? You see, you shoot yourself in the leg. If you like, they get sense. If you don't like, drop insult. It doesn't tear cloth. Insult, no, they tear person cloth. I say, when you insult me, my cloth go tear. It go make sense. But you don't tear my cloth. Let's go to the comment section and see the insult there, which I love so much. I see Bright here. Good morning from here, Bright. I see Okay Oma. You say greetings. I greet you, Okoma. I see Daniel. He said frustrated human being, Onyamechi. I'm used to you, Onyamechi. I'm used to you, frustrated human being. Thank God I'm frustrated. Igbo man. I see Benjamin Okpara. He says, Sir Dele Momodu is from Edo State. Really? Thank you for this information, because he speak more of Yoruba. I've not heard Dele Momodu speak Bini language, Isha, Uchiekpoma, or Isako. Thank you for that. And so Bini people must call Dele Momodu to order, because he's just behaving like a political tout. Such enlightened man should not play low for these people. He should learn from the like of Gani Fahimi and the rest of the human activists we have known. None of them were talking Nigerian down. They were talking the people responsible. He should call out the people he's talking to. Thank you, Benjamin Okpala. I was thinking he's a Yoruba man, and I've been wondering. And it didn't occur to me to even look at his biography. Thank you so much for this update. Bini people must call Dele Momodu. If he's a Bini man, call him to order. Igbo people use Barrister Ejiko Yokohio. He was the one singing Igbo praise. And Nigeria kill Igbo. A lawyer and Nigerian Bar Association will be looking at somebody who is called to bar or somebody called to bench to come and rubbish the very system they are supposed to sanitize. The very society they're supposed to bring serenity. They are the one mesmerizing with the brain of our people. I know Dele Momodu is a very intelligent man, but for him to play low, well, it is the trend. You want to be popular, I just come and say, oh, Igbo are wonderful, Igbo are marginalized, Igbo are the richest, Igbo, you begin to say, oh, all the whole bush means, oh. That is why that idiot is telling me that I'm frustrated. Thank you very much, Okpara, for this update. I shall look in details about him. Drop your insult, drop your insult, drop your insult. Good morning, my brother, African Osaz. Achoibe, I greet you. Good morning from here. Good morning from here, Achoibe. Good morning from here. Good morning from here. Like Achoibe say, it's simple. Wike and David Umahi are the last defense outpost for Tinubu. These two people, they are good people. Just that they are no nonsense people. Listen to me. Many people are working with Tinubu. Majority of them, in fact, let's say the difference between Wike, David Umahi, and others working with Tinubu. I'm not talking about Yoruba people working with Tinubu, because they have their values and they will not compromise it. The non-Yoruba working with Tinubu, Wike and David Umahi has fierce loyalty. Fierce loyalty. When they are with you, they are with you. If they are against you, they are against you. I know that Wike very well. But this is not the place to talk about those things. I say their loyalty is fierce. I know both of them. I've been with both of them. I've sat with both of them. We have discussed with them. These people have fierce loyalty. Go and ask Nnamdi Kanu, that idiot. Tell you, hey, Wike hating Igbo, Wike hating Igbo. Now they will use Hausa to enter. Hausa didn't complain when El-Rufai was demolishing the whole life of Nigerians. So it's Wike now that is trying to repaint Abuja is their problem, because they want to get to Tinubu. Let them continue now. I see my brother here, Babefa. George, Igbos are accusing you that you have secretly collected money from Tinubu. Is it true? You don't see the uncompleted building I'm living with the money Tinubu gave to me? Do they have anything to say than to lie? The Bible says when the Satan lie, it's not lying. It is part of his nature. He just need to express himself. You take Igbo for serious. You are on your own. Honestly, you see somebody telling you it's Igbo, most especially the one from Israel, they tell you good morning, my guy, check your time. When I left IPOB, they started saying that Wike paid me money, Orji Okalu paid me money. Many people paid me money. Let me tell you, Babefa, how it looks like. I was on a newspaper stand one day, and they were talking about George Onibe. And one of them said, that guy try. Only that he fuck up. He's in London now. The other say, yes, my brother said so. He's using Range Rover Sport. No, there is nothing they didn't talk about me. Let me tell you the location. It was in Rumukurushi, Port Harcourt. Newspaper stand in that place then. And I heard them say many things about me. But I have a tough skin. And when they finished talking, I told them, this is the reason why Biafra will not come. Igbo people will not be betrayer. And I said, we Yoruba, If na we go protect our own. See as una they castigate on ourselves. Then they attack me like I'm Yoruba. I say, but I'm telling you the truth. I stand my ground, attack them, we quarreled for some time. And now speak Igbo for them. I am George Onibe. You just look at my pants sandal, look at my tier shirt. I can't even shave my beard. Look at how hungry and poor I am. Now that one they make them happy. So where the Range Rover Sport? Abiru Mukrushi bus stop now na London. They started crying because my voice deny me. That is why when we come in public, we don't talk. My voice deny me. And my voice is to them that want healing, it will heal them. To them that want to die, they will appear naturally by themselves. And that is when they say, Naimo, Naimo. I say, hey, don't near me. I just crossed the motor, jump on the next bus and left them. So if Igbo people tell you, say, Tinubu pay me, may God honor this request, this prophecy. I claim it in 2025. Oh, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, please come and pay me. I will be your campaign manager very well. Any other thing. Where I come from, we use money. Money don't use us. I see you here. He said this is the only thing you people are good. This is the only thing you people are good. Lies. Accusing others because of their miserable life. That is just it. That is just it. I was on one platform one day. Somebody jumped in there. I said, we are the one contributing money for you. We were contributing money for you. And I asked the guy, you contributed money for me? He started mentioning name of somebody I don't even talk to. What they do is what they think other people do. That is why they can't trust themselves. That is just it. Dog eat dog. Characteristics of jungle. He collect money from Tinubu. I didn't even vote for anybody. The only person I voted for in my life is Goodluck Ebere Jonathan. And INEC didn't give me my, what do you call it, PVC till tomorrow morning. He say Igbos are not happy about you. Please protect yourself. Oh. I am their destiny, Babefa, and I am their doom. I am the mirror. I will give them back what they give to me. It's simple. By the grace of God, we have higher knowledge. We can influence the future. We can see through them, even when our eyes are closed. But then there is a limit to how we function. And when God say go, who the heck are them? Believe me, I am their destiny and I'm their doom. They have a choice to make. If we are finished now, I walk freely everywhere. I have told them, if they try, that will be the last thing they will do. All this one, they are killing us. So I told them, make una prepare ourselves for homo. On our way day my area. If one of them cross River Niger to enter Obaru, you know I never lived. Just try it. No, let them pull it short. I told those of them around me, they will never be free. I will touch the heart of everything they hold here. You think I come out here in Nigeria and do what I'm doing, and I still go about my lawful duty every day? Or you think it is the hatred of these people that drives me? The frustrating aspect of their miserable life is that when you are pointing out this your brother is a criminal, they will shield the criminal. Go and ask Wichoka for me for if he does not know everything I'm saying is true. But can he say, if he talk now, his fellow Igbo will call him, come home now, let's kill you. Come home now, let's kill you. And out of fear, they keep quiet. I'm not from the southeast. So Babefa, empty your fears. Because I've been living in the prison of fear as far as I can concern. And I've made it part of my beating heart. But I am their destiny and I'm their doom. This is the assurance that God gave to me. And confidently, I too on this path. He say he should collect anything from Igbo man for... I don't see what is... I should collect anything from Igbo man. Protect yourself. Anyway, I can't get what you are saying very closely. I don't collect anything from Igbo man, except the ones that are my friend. I can't see any of them around me. And when I do business with them, I play by the rules. But what we are doing here is not about money. It's not about money. We did it almost 17 years with those criminal called Biafra people. And we can do it even 30 years, 50 years to keep the record straight. That is what we are doing here. Do have a pleasant day ahead of you. One Nigeria, one love, one hope, one peace. Different Black here, I greet you. Merry Christmas. See you tomorrow morning on this same comment session.